It's working. Okay. Except but I need to share it to a group. That one. Okay, now how do I get rid of that? What the heck is that? Oh, shush, woman. There we go. Okay, I think I got it going on all the places I need to have it going to. So let's go back here. Yes, I got it. Yes, I got it. I love it when it tells me I'm streaming. I know, I did it. Okay. And over here to make sure it's working. Too many things to do. Okay. Hello, Carol. Oh, got it. How is everybody tonight? Good. Connie, how is your mom?
She is miserable with that broken arm and her arm in a sling. She's just not happy.
Oh, that's too bad. She's lucky that you were able to go and help her.
Actually, I brought her up here to my place so that I could keep working too.
Oh, I see. Well, that's nice.
I agree.
All right. So I have some draws to do tonight. So don't let me forget. Where's my list? Uh-oh. Lost my list. There it is. I'm going to put it right on my computer. So hopefully I won't forget. Hello, Sharon. I have the draw from February the 26th, share it Saturday. The draw from March the 5th, share it Saturday. And my draw board filled up. So we're going to draw. Somebody's going to win $100 shopping spree. So to get in that draw, all you need to do is place a $60 order with me and you're in the board. Okay, I'm going to flip from me over to my hands because we're going to do some stamping. Yay. Are we ready to stamp? My hands are cold. What else is new? Okay, so I thought we'd use this sketch to start with. Oh, wait, I have my dirty grid paper on. Let me get my clean grid paper out. Get that out of the way. There we go. That's better. That's better. Well, I hope you guys are ready to do some guessing and some voting, and we'll see what we can come up with this sketch and the Waves of Inspiration bundle. I have the designer paper and I have the foil. So we've used this before. We did one with Seize the Day a couple of weeks ago. And it turned out really cool. Well, hello, Norma. Yeah, it's fun. I like this. I like this bundle. I do. I've been playing with it. So I was talking to Heather. I don't think she's on here yet, and she was going to join us because she wants us to use green. What else is new?
Surprise, surprise.
So this is a card I made using this bundle and green, because the paper does have granny apple green in it. So I used it as part of the wave. Oh, that reminds me. I better go and add some adhesive sheets because I'm out. Hang on. There we are. Brand new package of adhesive sheets. Hi, Val. Because if you're going to use these dies, 90% of the time you're going to want to put adhesive sheet on the back of the waves, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of dib dabbing with your glue, and it's never a good thing. Okay. Where's Holly? Holly not going to join us tonight? I have not heard from her. All right, shall we start? Are we ready to vote? Okay, nobody's ready to vote. Shall I just make the card the way I want it?
Ready to go.
Ready to go. All right. Do we want to use the designer paper? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, 2 yeses. How about over there in Facebook world? Are we going to use the designer paper? Just have to wait for them to vote. Oh, Valerie's yes and Sharon is yes. Okay, so we're using designer paper. So this is the sketch. So the way I read it is there's a card base. Then there's a 5 1/4 by 4 inch layer. And then there's rectangles, 3 of them. Now these can be, Lori says yes and Carol says yes. It's unanimous. Yay. And hello, Lori. I don't think I've said hello to you yet tonight. So these rectangles can either be rectangles of designer paper on top of something, or we can cut holes in cardstock and have designer paper underneath. And then there's a circle, and it won't be stitched because we don't have stitched circles. And then there's a couple of flags of paper out there. So we need to vote on the designer paper. Do you want it to be the rectangles, this part, or do you want it to be the background?
Background?
Background for Connie. Janet's thinking. I can see
I
that.
am.
I can see. Oh, Lori McDonough is sitting at the ferries. She missed the 5:45, hoping for the 8:15. Wonderful to be cozy watching. Oh, well, thanks. Good luck. You've got like 4 minutes. Hopefully you'll get on the ferry. Okay. Norma says rectangle. Valerie says background. Carol says background.
Background.
Janet says background. Okay, so this is going to be designer paper, this part.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Now, I guess next I need to know, are we cutting holes in the designer paper so that the cardstock underneath shows, or are we going to lay something else on top?
Cut 'em
So,
out.
sorry, what was that?
Cut them out. That's different.
Janet says holes.
Yep.
So holes are on top. Hello, Carmen.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, Carmen.
Lori says both. Okay, then. One vote for both. That'll be interesting. Sharon says holes, and Valerie says holes. Carmen, were
I
you
don't-
here when I explained it?
No, I literally just got on.
Carol says holes. So we're voting. This is going to be designer paper, this layer here.
Yeah.
So we're voting on, are we going to cut holes and let the cardstock show in behind?
Yeah.
Or are we going to cut something else and put it on top?
Something else.
Connie says, cut something else and put it on top. Carol said,
Okay.
cut the holes. Lori says, cut the middle out and the rectangles on the side.
Put something else for me.
Side holes. Carmen says something else on top. Right now, holes are winning. Okay, we're gonna cut holes. Designer paper, background, and holes. Okay, we can get started with that. Shall we vote on which designer paper we're going to use? That'll take a few votes, because we'll do this or that. Okay, so this is one sheet and this is another sheet. So we'll vote on which on the top rows. Let me blank off the bottom. Okay. Number 1 or number 2, which sheet?
2.
One.
2 and a 1 and a 1. This is number 1. We'll vote on which side we use after we figure it out. So this is number 1 and this is number 2. Valerie says blue, so I'm assuming that's number 2. Norma said, yeah, Valerie says 2. Norma says 2. Anybody else? Oh, Heather, are you gonna vote?
Okay, wait, what am I doing?
We're voting on which designer paper. Okay.
Heather's
we
voting
have-
for number 1 because it's green.
Yeah,
It's green. So we
Sorry,
voted,
Heather.
we voted that this layer here is designer paper. And then we're
Okay.
gonna cut holes and let something else show in behind. Whether it's the
Oh.
design, the cardstock, or we put something else in there. Okay, Sharon
Cool.
says 2 and Carol says 1. So we're voting on just this one or that one right now,
green.
of course.
Told ya.
Well, it's a tie right now. We're at 4-4.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. So does anybody else want to vote and do the deciding vote? Or we'll just move on and come back to that one and vote again. Because chances are you may not remember what you voted. Okay,
That's a good chance.
I'm just going to like Carol's comment because that's the last one on that. Okay, so let's vote in the middle. I'm trying to get something to cover this up. Okay, I'll get back here to Zoom. All right, so number 2, 3, or number 4?
4.
4.
1, 2,
Four.
3, 4, four fours. That was fast. 3 or 4. Norma says 4. Looks like 4 is unanimous. Sharon says 4. Okay, this one's out. That was chosen. Okay, let's go on to the last row. 5 or 6.
6.
6.
1, 2, 6s.
6.
6.
2 more 6s. Norma says 6. Okay, well, 6 it is. Okay, so we're between, shall we go back?
You're not getting it, so forget it.
Well, you know,
Valerie says 6 and Sharon says 6. Everybody likes 6.
I'm listening to 2 videos at the same time.
Okay. So let's go back up to this one. 1 or 2?
1.
2.
1.
I heard 2 1s and a 2. Anybody else? 2 1s and a 2. This one or this one doesn't mean that this is what it is, but this is, we're voting on this row. Norma says 2. So we're tied. We're tied again. Oh, Valerie says 1. Okay, so number 2 is out. Valerie's the deciding vote. Okay,
yay.
so now we're voting between. Wait, let me try and do this. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. Oh,
1.
Carol says 1, 2. Good, Carol. 1, 2, or 3. I heard a 1.
3.
1.
I heard a 3. I heard a 1. Norma says 3. Well, so far 2 is not in the running. So 1, 2, or 3. Sharon says 1.
I say 1.
Heather says 1, of course, because it's got green. This one's got green in it too. Just saying.
It does, yes, but I like the other one.
Carol says 1. All right, well, 2 is out completely. Nobody voted for that. And we have 5 votes for that one, and we have 2 votes for that one. So we're using this one. Heather, I showed this card earlier. You didn't see it. See, it's got green in it.
It does.
Beautiful.
Okay, let me see if I can. Don't let me forget to do those draws, please. You'll remind me, right?
We'll try to.
Okay, I'm going to try and find that, and hopefully I've still got some, because look at this. I'm just about out of paper.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Eek. After all that, maybe we should have figured this out first. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I don't
My
think
house.
Shall I send Ted over? Quick, I need a
Sure.
piece of cardstock, a piece of designer paper. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't, all I have is little, I think this is it. Yep. That's it. That's all I have of that one. Let's pick the one she has least of. Yes, you did. Which one do I have enough to actually make a 4 1/4 by 5 sheet of? Those 3. That's it. That's all I got left out of this. I'm trying valiantly to use my designer paper this year. And apparently I'm doing good.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you used too much of that one.
Well, I had to prep my club cards for May. Because
Sure.
this paper is only while supplies last, so I didn't want to make the cards and then use some of it and not have enough to do my class.
Mm.
That would be horrible. Okay, so we'll just forget all the voting we just did. We have one. Oh, where's this one belong to? That one belongs to that. So there's one. This is one side of it, and that's the other side. Here's two. So that's one side, and that's the other side. And then three. I'm
3.
sorry. 1, 2, or 3. Carmen says 3.
3.
That's another 3.
1.
1.
Hmm.
Oh, wait. 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 3. Was that the way I did it? Oh my God.
3 was the one I think you had for the first.
I know that one was 1. There, sort of, you can see 1, 2, or 3. Valerie is 1 and Sharon is 3.
I say 1.
And Carol is 1, and there was another 1. It has green in it. It's just not Granny Apple green. That's the other side of them. I like that one. I don't know why I didn't use it. Oh, Norma says 1. Okay, 1 has 1. O-N-E has W-O-N. That sounded funny. 1 has 1. I have to get them back in my sleeve now. Come on. There we go. Okay. So apparently we're not doing the exact card that you guys wanted, but
That's
we'll come
okay.
up with something. All right. We'll come up with something. So this is 5.5. So 1 wins, Carol. Yep. So am I going to want to do a portrait card? This on a portrait card that way or this way? Portrait or landscape?
Portrait. I
Wonderful.
don't know.
Land.
Landscape.
2 more for landscape. So this is landscape. So I'll cut it somewhere in here. Or this is portrait and then it would be cut somewhere in there.
Cut more
Valerie's-
towards the blue, and I don't care which way you do it.
Heather's just going rogue and voting blue.
I don't want pink.
Don't want pink. But. Okay. Next vote. Pink or blue?
Blue.
A blue. Another blue. Pink or blue?
Blue.
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 Valerie wants blue, and that was another blue, and Norma wants blue. Okay, it's going to be the blue end. Just saying. Yay. Okay. So now we have to decide. Where's my voting papers? Oh, it's right here. Hello, blonde. Because there's a wide range of what I can do because I can cut. That'll be A, number 1. Oh, wait, can't see it with that underneath. Let's just remove this. It's confusing. There. Okay. Number 1 will be all blue and green. Well, it's like just jade or something, isn't it? What is it? I would say Coastal Cabana, maybe. Okay. This one or that one. The bottom or the middle?
Bottom.
One for the bottom,
Bottom.
Bottom.
2 more for the bottom. So there's the middle,
Bottom.
there's the bottom. That was another bottom. Bottom, bottom. Norma's bottom, Valerie's middle. Thank you, Valerie, for voting on the one that I want to use. But I don't think your vote and my vote are going to win this time. Okay, it's the bottom. Sharon says bottom. Oh, you guys. I wanted to use the middle. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. Hang on. Four, 5, 5 and a quarter. There we go. So now that is this part here. So what color card base would you like? I don't have that color.
Excuse me. I
We're going to
hope
use a
not.
sneeze color. Okay, so this is the colors that are in the designer paper. I'll just put that up against that. What color base would you like? Well, there's also white as an option as well. Base. Color or white?
Color.
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 4 colors. 4 colors. Okay. Well, we can out that one, out that one, out that one, and out that one. So, because I don't think this is going to go with those. Oh, everybody's voting color. All right, fine. I should just redo this card tonight using my choices and show you the difference. Okay, so we have Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, or Pacific Point.
Pacific Point.
Pacific.
2 Pacifics, Carol's Pacific. Valerie is
Pacific.
top right. That is Coastal Cabana. So this is Coastal Cabana. This is Night of Navy, and this is Pacific Point.
Pacific Point for me.
4.
Okay, only
Valerie's-
because green's not there. I have to go with Pacific Point.
Oh, Sharon's Pacific and Norma's Pacific. Valerie, you and I are wanting it different again. This isn't really Coastal Cabana, but it would have worked. Okay, I just happen to have already out Pacific Point. Look at that. How did I know you were going to guess that? It's not big enough though.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna give that a cut now. There we are. Okay. There we go. How's that?
Lovely.
Okay, now I threw away that other voting with holes we were going to do, right?
Oh.
So do you want to cut holes in, or do you want to do another vote on holes or strips?
Strips.
Okay, holes or strips?
Didn't we vote on that already?
We did. We
I'm
did.
for strips.
Okay, Carmen wanted holes and that was.
No, I
Carol
wanted strips.
Oh, okay, take you off of holes and put you stripping.
I want holes.
Valerie's stripping. Janet wants holes.
Holes.
Oh, there's a definite holes. Okay, so if we do holes, because no, we're gonna do strips. Right now it's sitting at 2 holes to 3 strips. So it looks like it's going to be strips rather than holes. However, if we did holes, oh, Carol wants strips. If we did holes, we could pop this up. We could do a shaker card.
Oh.
How does that sound? Shaker card, yes or no?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. I like
Shaker, yes, no, that was what, 1, 2, 3 yeses? Or Sharon wants holes. So if we cut holes in there with, we could use either the stitched rectangle dies like that, or hang on. Oh, everybody likes the shaker cards then. We haven't made a shaker card, have we? Or we can use this die. This is a picture, this die.
Oh, that would be
I
neat.
like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so a vote, now that we're doing a shaker card, stitched rectangle or picture this.
Picture this.
Picture.
Picture
One,
this for me
two.
also.
3. 1, 2, 3. So this is what picture this would be. 3 different size. Valerie says picture this. This one would be 3, but we could do different sizes. Could do that, and then do another one over there like that. Valerie says picture, Norma says picture. Okay, I'll put my stitched rectangles away because nobody wants the stitched rectangles. Bye-bye, sweet stitched rectangles. Okay. Sharon says picture this too. Okay, now because we're going to pop this up, I'm going to put that on a piece of basic white. Because Carol says, oh la la, use picture this. Okay, I'm going to just attach it to a piece of white to give it a bit more structure for cutting and popping up. And I'm just going to put it around the outside because then we can use the inside pieces that we cut out for something else if we want to. Okay, I'm just going to cut this down just a hair. Then it won't show. All right, this on here like this. There we are. This way, Mollet. Huh. I didn't realize it's ambidextrous. Saves another vote. I'm assuming I'm centering this.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I will, now is that straight? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's crooked. Slide that over just a tad. Close enough. It is what it is. Guess I better find some bits for shakers. I'm running it through upside down. There. Come on. So there's our frame. Put that away so I don't lose it. Okay, so now I want to know in the holes, I got to go get some plastic. So be thinking, do we want to leave Pacific Point there?
Yeah.
Or do we want to slide something
No.
else in behind it?
Oh,
No,
Not necessarily that piece. I need to get my window sheet. Oh, what do you think about using like this piece here, something like that,
ooh.
and then stamping the wave on there?
Mm. I like.
Let's cut this to size. And then I'll throw the plastic in the garbage because, or the recycle, because then I won't have it on my floor at some point. Okay, so this is going to go on here like that, over top of that. So the next vote we need to do is cardstock in behind or designer paper in behind. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Pacific Point that's back there.
How about Granny Apple Green?
How about foil? I didn't get the granny apple out. Uh-oh. Let me get some out. And I brought balmy blue just to see what that would look like. Okay, so we're going to decide Pacific Point, something else, or designer paper. So cardstock in behind or designer paper in behind. Then we'll worry about
Cardstock.
what what color? That was a cardstock.
If you're going to stamp in behind, part of your stamp is not going to show, or a lot of your stamp is not going to show. It would only mainly show, would it not, in that first rectangle? Oh, okay.
So cardstock or
Card-
designer paper in behind?
Designer paper.
Cardstock.
Oh, it's a cardstock and a designer paper
Cardstock.
and another cardstock. Carol says, I like the designer paper you have, but I like the blue paper turned upside down so it curves the direction of the wave. This one turned upside down? Or the other one that I had in there? I'm not sure which one you were talking about, Carol. That one? Explanation, please. Hi, Cameron. Little hand waving there.
And a cute smile.
Okay, so that's Granny Apple Green in behind
Yeah, Granny Apple Green. What do you think, Cameron?
there. Everybody else is cringing, Heather.
No, Cameron's shaking with excitement.
Was that excitement or do you want to puke?
Excitement.
The other one, yes, with the pink cut off. Oh, this one. This is what Carol is talking about. With that, but I think she means this way. I don't know. Sharon says Pacific Point with the wave, so that would be another cardstock because we haven't voted on the color yet. I just want to know if you want cardstock back there or designer paper back there, and not necessarily that pack. I don't know where I put the package of designer paper now. There it is. There's that other designer paper.
It's neat.
Pacific Point with the wave, says Sharon. Valerie says FedEx wants me to sign up for status updates as they have info on my, now you don't have to. Oh, it's supposed to be there by today? Oh, I'll make a note, Valerie, and I'll check on it afterwards. Check on Val's paper pumpkin kit. Did you click on the link I sent you? And is that where they're asking you to sign up? Anyways, what are we doing here? Get back. We have cardstock. Most people want cardstock. Okay, so we'll get rid of the designer paper. Get rid of the designer paper. All of that goes back there in the not using pile. I'll keep these because we might use those for the inside. Those are the pieces we cut out. Okay, so now that we know we're doing designer paper or cardstock back there, we need to vote on a color. God,
Oh.
don't lose the plastic. Okay, Granny Apple Green, Pacific Point, or Balmy Blue, or something else.
Granny apple,
So this is Granny Apple. That's Pacific Point. This is Balmy Blue.
Granny apple.
Granny apple.
Two grannies,
Pacific Point.
one Pacific Point.
Granny.
Cameron says Granny. That's just because you like calling me Granny, I know. Sharon says Pacific Point. Valerie says Pacific Point. So now we're at a tie. Anybody else want to vote and break the tie between Granny Apple and Pacific Point? We know it's not going to be that one.
Pacific.
I mean, the
Oh,
Balmy
twice?
Blue. It won't be Balmy Blue. It'll either be one of those two.
Pacific.
Pacific. Granny Apple's gone. Bye-bye. So sorry. Thank you. I believe that was Carol for saving me from another ugly card.
I think we should have done the waves in the blue and the granny apple.
The waves in the
In
blue.
blue and done the granny apple behind.
Die cut the waves?
Yeah,
Hmm.
well,
And do-
stamp them and possibly put that foil paper on top with a cutout.
Okay, what am I stamping on?
Granny apple
In blue?
in blue.
Interesting. Valerie says Cameron is not allowed to be the tiebreaker. He wasn't. Carol was the tiebreaker. Okay, so Janet suggested, wait, I can't see the chat now. What is happening here? There. Janet has suggested putting Granny Apple Green in behind. Hang on, let me just cut a piece so I can show you. Janet has suggested Granny Apple Green. Stamp this in blue
Yeah,
on top of the Granny Apple Green. Then die cut a wave or two.
Good night.
Good night, sweetie.
like Cameron.
Night.
Die cut a wave or two out of the foil
Yeah,
and then put this over top. Now, the only thing is, if we make this a shaker card,
do
They
they
make
get
it-
caught?
they may, but it's okay. We'll just experiment. That's what it's all about. So that's, we can do everything except the Granny Apple Green. We can do it in Pacific Point.
No.
I think we're stuck because it's already been voted on Pacific Point.
Yeah, I know.
Are we voting again? We can vote one more time.
Well, do Pacific Point then, but do that, then do the waves in a different color.
Night of Navy
Well, you'd have to go,
or white embossed.
oh,
There's lots and lots of possibilities with this one. Yeah, I'm going to cut a piece of Pacific Point so that we're not stamping and doing all this stuff right on the base itself, because I don't like doing that. because it warps the card. Okay. Pacific Point. Valerie says white embossed would be cool. So we vote on white embossed or stamping in Night of Navy. That's the next one. Embossed or Night of Navy.
Embossed.
Embossed. Valerie says embossed. She's already voted.
Embossed.
Embossed. Oh, okay. Guess we're embossing. Anybody else?
Embossed also.
Okay. I have embossing powder. I have emboss heat gun. Oh, wait, I have to, before I forget. I have to unplug my earphones because they got to come with me tomorrow. There we are. Okay. We'll try this, and if you don't like it, then we can do something different. But I have to make room to stamp. So that's the base. We don't want to stamp on that. Can't the cutout waves be placed on top of shaker and white emboss the stamp on the Pacific Point? Yes, we could do that. You're right. I haven't put the plastic on yet. So we could put it in between the plastic and this, the holy piece, then not have to worry about it being annoying underneath there. Hey, Night of Navy. Sharon says embossed. Oh. So I was playing with my ink pads today. I actually had time to do a video on how to clean them. And it's a 3-step process. So you wash them, and then you have to pat them, and then you have to re-ink them. Oh, this is wrong. Here I am nattering away, and you're not telling me we're supposed to be embossing this. So I'll just clean that. And so I got the cleaning done, and I got the blotting done, and then it was dinner time, and I never got the re-inking done. So there is a video coming at some point. I just don't know when. But I had a really old Mossy Meadow ink pad that had what looked like mold on it, and it's not. It's the crystals out of the ink, and you should see how nice and clean it is now.
Oh, wow.
I was impressed. And then in the video, I say, you want to use gloves, like what you call them, gloves, vinyl gloves, latex gloves, whatever they are. Because otherwise you're going to get the ink all over yourself. So I did that. My gloves had holes in them. So I took them off,
Like
and
your
I had,
fingers for colors.
I did Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, and Mango Melody. You should have seen my hands. So I've washed them like 42 times since then to try to get them. Okay, I can't stamp on top of that because it's got texture. Here we go. We're going to stamp the wave. Now, how far down? Okay. Wave going on. Right there. I should have had my stamparatus to do this. But of course, I didn't think about that till right now. Okay, wave. Ooh. Hope I did it up high enough. We might be stamping it again. Before I cook this, let's just have a look. Oh, do you want it up higher than that?
That's good.
I think that's fine.
Okay. You used your what, Valerie? Your Stamparatus? Mine is packed up because tomorrow we're leaving on another camping trip, but I have I have 2 lives scheduled for Monday and Friday, so I had to pack. Ah, nice. Okay, let's cook this. La, 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 la. Come on. Get hot. There we go.
How come we can't hear your machine?
Can't you?
No,
No,
Oh. I don't know. It's on.
we hear a little bit, but it's nothing like I would have thought.
yes, same way. I was thinking maybe she hadn't turned it on yet.
No, it's on.
Hmm.
But I'm using my computer speakers and they're about 2 feet away. So
Oh.
that might be why. I'm not using my phone speakers. Because my new computer has wonderful speakers and microphone in it. All right. There we go. Plastic. Let's get this. So there's that and this and the base.
Mhm.
Now, do you want to put this in here?
I think it
Yes.
might- Oh, I was thinking it'd be too much with the shaker stuff in there. You wouldn't see as much of the shaker.
But you could do the shaker just in the other 2.
Yep, we could.
That's true.
I'm trying to find something to put in there. Hang on. There they are, sparkle and shine secrets.
If you did it, I would like to see it popped up.
This popped up
Yeah,
and make this part the shaker card,
yeah. So
turn it
the,
around and it could be an avalanche. Hang on.
So the shaker card would be on those higher ones, and the Pelican or whatever he is would be on just normal dimensionals.
Ah. Okay. Let's see if I can get this so that you can see that wave in that hole. I'll have to cut a bit off of the top. So what Janet is suggesting is shaker card here.
Yeah.
I'll put the plastic in that far. Shaker card there. Like that. Up on foam strips.
Right.
And then this one stamped, die cut, and put in dimensionals here so that it's not as high as the rest of it is. Now, Janet, would you put plastic in here or not?
you could do it either way. Because you'd have to put the foam strips around the whole outside of the DSP.
Yep. And
So
then
you
down,
could- yeah,
down here.
down the centers. So, but so it's, yeah, you can make a choice of either having it. So there's no because as soon as you put your plastic on there, it's going to be shiny,
Yeah.
right? So you could leave it without on the Pelican part.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea.
Mhm.
Okay, so shall we vote on that? And thank you, Teresa. She says this is so cool. Yes, Carol, window sheet on these two panels.
Yeah,
This one not window sheet. So should we vote on Janet's idea? Yes or no?
yes.
Yeah, yes.
I got two yeses.
Silly question.
Come on. Yes to Jan, and don't be shy because Janet's feelings won't be hurt.
No, they won't be.
That was just a suggestion and we don't have to do it. Sharon says yes.
Yes.
Heather says yes. So window sheet here, window sheet there with sequins, shaky sequins. This guy will not have a window sheet, but he will be popped up, but not as high as the rest of them. So there we go. Carol says yes and Val says yes. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. That's cool. Wow, this is gonna turn out amazing. Amazing. I just need to figure out how long I want the plastic because I have to cut it again. I'm gonna cut it to 3 1/4. 3 1/4. Okay, now we got that. Where are we going to? Teresa says yes too. Okay, so I'm going to temporarily put this on there because now we have to decide where we want, if we want to put foil waves on it or not. So we'll have this, we'll have that, we'll have this. Next vote is foil waves, yes or no?
Go for it. Yes.
Yes.
2 yeses, 3
Yes.
yeses,
Yes.
4 yeses. I need a drink of water. Uno momento. Okay. Teresa says yes, and Valerie says sure. Okay, so that's what we're doing. You know what the next question is going to be? What color? So I'll get out the colors. There is Night of Navy. There is, come on, Coastal Cabana. And silver. So there's 2 different dyes. So the next question is going to be 1 dye or 2. So there's the 2 dyes. One is a little bit thicker. This one doesn't go down as far as this one. This one curls a little bit more. There is So Blue. How about silver? Okay, 1 wave or 2 before we vote on the colors.
Ugh.
1
2.
or 2. 2. We have a
2.
vote. You have another vote for 2. Anybody else? That was
2.
another 2. That was another 2.
That was a hard decision.
Teresa says the bottom wave. Do you mean just 1? Valerie says 3. Oh, Valerie. Sharon says 2. So am I putting, Valerie, should I put you down as voting for 1 and 2? Okay, Teresa says this one, the one that curls over more. So it's going to be 2 because that's the most votes. Okay, need another voting paper now because we're going to vote on color.
When those go together, do they overlap a little bit,
They do,
the waves?
yes. I'll show you. I'll show you on this card. I cut a green one and I cut a silver one.
Cabana and silver.
I
Cabana
agree.
and silver. So that would be those two and not Night of Navy. So Cabana and silver
Yes.
to, okay,
Yeah.
if you don't want Cabana and silver, say no, and we'll figure out something else.
No,
One no, another yes. You're welcome, Teresa. Yeah, they look really good together. Okay, we got 3 for Cabana and silver and 1 for something else. Valerie says Cabana and silver. Okay, it's going to be Cabana and silver. We'll put Night of Navy away. Get out a piece of silver. And I got a piece of Cabana big enough, or do I cut another piece?
It doesn't have to be the full length.
No, it's the width that's the issue. I've got lots of, because it has to be 2 and, what was it, 2 3/8 or something? Yeah, it has to be 2.5. So if I do it less than 2.5, all we're gonna get is the curl. So that's not gonna work. Carol says navy and silver. That Teresa says both and Sharon says both. Sorry, Carol. Okay, I'm gonna find another sheet of Cabana. Cut 2.5, and then I'll figure out what length I need. 2.5. It is. This paper is only while supplies last too, but it's gorgeous.
It is.
I've been telling them they need to rethink their decision on this only being available while supplies last. So this needs to be this, I guess, the same as the plastic was, which was 2 1/4. Okay. No, 3 1/4. 3 1/4, right? Yeah. Eh. I know, Teresa, it's gorgeous paper, and I really, really wish that they would bring it into the new catalog, but maybe they'll bring it into the annual catalog.
That would be nice.
I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, cut that wrong. If you don't have these sheets and you're getting these dies, order the sheets at the same time, because I tell you, they save a lot of headache. You see my lovely pink fingernail? Can you see? Can't wait for those PDFs on the 23rd. Oh, I know. I know, my phone's going on do not disturb. I'm going in my trailer and I'm locking the door. Leave me alone. I've got important stuff I need to do. Grandma's working.
So is mom.
The men will just have to fend for themselves. Thank God they're not releasing it on the 22nd, because that's James's birthday.
Oh,
And I'd really have a hard time between whether I wanted to celebrate his birthday or look at the catalog.
I think
Uh,
Jen comes number one.
Probably. Maybe I could do both at the same time.
I doubt it.
Okay, there we go. So now, shall I just cut them and then we'll decide which one comes first, or do you want to tell me which one's going to cut which one?
Go for it.
I'll cut them like that. So this is the curl. So I'll show you them together again.
Yeah.
I wish they would carry, they carried an assortment of colored foils in the annual. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Carol. When we had that foil from the peacock, oh my, that was amazing. But of course, they took that away from us. Okay, so just a hint, when you cut these with the adhesive sheet on the back, cut them upside down. All right. That one's going in. That one's going in. Plate's going on top. Crack, crack. I really have to change this chair because every time I try to crank on it, the machine moves. So some people have been saving these pieces and doing free form waves with them. Not me. Okay, where's my magnetic plate? There's one. Come on, thank you. There's one. Oh, look at how pretty this is. Oh my. Don't pull off my adhesive. Thank you. Didn't cut very well right there. Okay. Get rid of all these extra pieces here. I'm not going to ask you to vote whether we're going to do a free form wave or not, because I'm not. So, I'm
Sounds good
sorry.
to me.
I'm sorry if you really wanted me to. Oh, yeah. When FedEx says their stuff is going to be there, 90% of the time it's not. But it's good to know, Sharon, that yours is in Cassidy. They may deliver tomorrow because they do. Sometimes, oh, I threw the wrong piece away. Uh-oh. Where's my wave? Oh, I guess this is it. There it is. Okay, so I need to know which one you want on top. So there's silver on first with the blue on top. Like that. Silver and then Costa Cabana on the top. Or Costa Cabana with the silver on the top.
Silver on the top.
Silver on top.
Silver on top, 2 votes. Two votes for silver on top. It could be Valerie. I I don't know whether yours goes the same route that Sharon's does or not.
Silver on bottom.
Oh, Coastal Cabana on top. I got it. Teresa says silver on top. Valerie says silver on top. Okay, it's silver on top. Sorry, Carol. Not Carol, Connie. Okay. So the next is, do you want them underneath the plastic? So this is where the shaker bits are going to be. Underneath the plastic, or on top of the plastic. I have to see if I can just,
Shaker would
just-
probably work better if they were on top of the plastic.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but
come on. So let me put this on here, because it's really difficult to try to manipulate these two things when they're flying everywhere. Okay. Underneath the plastic would look like that. And over the plastic would look like that. Teresa says on top of the plastic.
On top.
yeah,
On
on
top,
top also.
On top, everybody. So it will be up. It will be up, over top, sitting on top like that. Okay, do you want to do anything else? Do you want to put some birds in here? Let me get these on here. Come on. Right on there. Like that. Like that. Oh, it's not sticking. Why is it not sticking? Did it not take there's no sticky there. What happened to all the sticky? That's bizarre. There's no sticky on the tip. Nope. Sugar Shack. No. Hang on, I gotta put Tombow on here. I don't know where the sticky went.
Ran away.
Apparently. Now it's stuck to my finger. And I don't want to touch it because it's got Tombow on it. Of course, this would happen now, wouldn't it? This doesn't happen the other 40 times I've used this dye in the sheets. It's like sheet went this far and then didn't go any further. But you
You're-
saw me put it on. It was on the whole thing. There's sheet on the whole thing. That is bizarre. Okay. So while these Tombow dots are drying to become little tiny glue dots, we need to decide if you want something else in behind on the background. Where did my bird go? Let's stamp a bird. Am I stamping the bird on white?
Yeah,
Okay. The frame on top will hold it down. Yeah, mostly. Mostly it will. And soft suede, crumb cake.
Soft suede.
go for it.
Soft suede. It looks really good in soft suede. And then if you winky the pilings, it really looks cool. There we are. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I thought I packed my wing to Stella. That would not be good. See, it reactivates and it colors that piling in. Can you see, or do I have to lift it up?
No, I can see it.
Doesn't that look cool?
It does.
And I saw somebody take the linen thread and tie it around here. So that might be an option for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No, I should have die cut it first. I winkied, as you know. It's my next favorite thing to do is winky. Line this little birdie up. See if I can get it cut out properly. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. See, I didn't get that centered properly. It's annoying. Sorry, I'm being anal.
The bottom, you're not necessarily gonna see.
Could be. Could be. I need some temporary tape to stop this from wiggling around. That's going to go on there like that. And then this dude's going to go here. Where are my dots? It's got an odd shaped head. Okay. Then that go there. And this is dry now, so let's get that on. apparently there's no glue there. Oops. There's going to be now. It's contraband, Teresa. It's just repositionable tape. Okay. Now it's going to go on there. So let's get that on. Where's my adhesive? Uh-oh. Tear and tape. I think this card's going to turn out really cool.
Mhm.
Come on. Can't get it up. There we go. All right. So this is going to go this way. So this is going to go this way. Uh-oh. Oh, mullet. Oh, screwed that one up. Hang on. Pray that this comes up because I did it wrong. This was supposed to go this way.
No.
That way. Oh, look at that. There's the liner coming off. Guess there's glue under there after all. Okay, before I push it down, so make sure that I've done it. Yes, right sides. Okay, let go. You know, this is not usually a comedy of errors like this. Sometimes it's even worse. That one needs to come off. I don't know how that one got so long. Oh, now the liner's coming off of these pieces.
It's being difficult.
Okay. Adhesive's there, and that goes there. So this goes here. This goes here. Much better. Now it's actually covering the holes. Wasn't covering the holes before. That's going to get cut off because you're bugging me. There we are. Of course, there's glue in here now. You think this will come off? Should have had it the other way up. Oh well. Hang on, I got to do another piece of plastic because there's issues. And if I leave it like that, sequins are all going to stick. What did I cut this? Anybody remember? 3 1/4 by 3 7/8. Adhesive, come here. There, done, fixed. So I'll let you look at this, because we still haven't decided if you want birds or something in there. While I get my strips out. Ryan got rhinestones yesterday and now have 2 uncanceled envelopes. Oh, gotta love Canada Post. Yay. Okay. Are you been thinking birds, yes or no?
No,
Yeah, I would say no, we also.
No birds.
I don't know
There's-
if you'll really see them.
There's stamps, but there's also dots. Do you see what I just did here? I messed up again. Maybe I should not have been doing this tonight. Oh, it's the top. It's okay. I'll just leave it because I put it too far away from the hole.
Oh,
Mm.
That one doesn't matter because you're not gonna have,
Oh, right, of course. And it shouldn't have it there anyways, because that's where the bird's going to be. Hello. Oh. Now this one up against the hole. This one up against the hole. A little piece in there. So how many people lost their power this morning?
no,
nope.
Oh, lucky you.
Yes, twice.
Once wasn't enough, eh?
Apparently not.
Teresa says, how about clouds? We could do clouds.
Yeah.
No, stop. Don't put it there.
not on the first one.
This is complicated, just saying.
Sorry.
Teresa says I need tequila. I don't even think even tequila would solve this issue.
I was part of the Cherry Creek group that was out of water for basically 2 days.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Now we're on boil water advisory
Oh,
until
God.
at least Monday, I think it is.
What are they doing?
There was a main water line break
Oh.
just at the base of the mountain. And it took out all of Cherry Creek, except for around my aunt's place, which is between well, just off of Moore Road at the bottom, towards the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going, okay, how did you luck out? But I was glad I could go get water I could use to flush toilets and things like that at least,
Yeah,
because that was unexpected.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that's gonna go there. So I can't put that, but I can put it at the bottom. Okay. Okay, doing this frame as a shaker card like this is not as easy as it looks. My lights are flickering.
Oh,
Well, that's what I just said. Okay, one piece in there. I think I got it now.
Do you need a piece on the middle of the wave?
Here,
Yes? So
well,
that-
if I do, then we're gonna have two shaker
No, I'm
compartments.
just, as long as it doesn't sink.
Oh, yeah, it won't sink.
Okay,
No, it's not sinky.
okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Yep.
I'm still reading that. I need tequila. Tequila. Okay, so we have clouds. We can put in some clouds.
the first cloud you put in, I don't think we're gonna see enough of it. Okay.
Or if we put them in there, we're gonna have issues with the shakers, maybe. But it's
Mhm.
at the top, so it shouldn't be too bad. Do you think that needs to go down further? That bird, I think he's up too high.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, let me just cut out a white cloud and we'll see. Oh my God, look what I just found in the garbage.
Oh,
That would be
Oh.
my bird dye.
Oh, you do not want to lose that.
No. I do not. Okay, there's a cloud. Now, see if there's a piece of silver big enough to die cut the little piece that goes over top. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Stay. It keeps moving. Okay, hold your breath. Don't move. I saw somebody did this with the clouds and they put designer paper on there instead of foil. It really looked cool.
Mm.
You need adhesive sheets on these pieces too.
Mhm.
But look at that. So much for the adhesive sheet.
I wonder if it's got double backing on it.
I don't know. But I do believe I will be contacting Stamping Up and telling them I'm not impressed with their. So there's the backing. It's stayed there. But look at this.
Hmm.
Oh. That's why. Okay, I'll take it back, Stamping Up. I didn't get all of the liner off there. So those pieces have liner on there. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to. Get off of my finger. Where do you think the liner is? Is it still on there? I don't think so. Because that's the liner there, isn't it? That's in the garbage
Darn.
because it's annoying. And I'm going to get out another piece. If I have a leftover piece that has the adhesive on it already. Yes. Okay. That's not the die I want. That's the die I want. Down here at the bottom. Man, it's going to be midnight by the time we finish this card.
Mhm. I've reset the clock on my stove 3 times now. It's set, it's looking good. I walk away, come back a little while later and I go, huh?
Oops.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm going, okay, stay that way for a while and I'll come back to you later.
Did you hit the clock signal again after you set the time?
Mhm. Yeah,
So you hit clock and then you set the time and then you hit clock?
okay, yeah,
Okay.
it's just being finicky.
Okay, so there's that goes there. This is going to tuck down in there. And then we have a cloud. How's that?
Perfect.
Oh, I like it.
Valerie said that the 8:45 ferry into Powell River just arrived. I think it's a little late.
Oh, just a bit.
Okay, so now I have this. Let me just die cut a couple of birds. So you can have a look and see if it needs birds in behind the other side. Because you never know till you see, right? And they're just birds. Okay, pull that up. There's a bird there. Put a bird there. That goes there. That goes there.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm just reading comments. You're welcome. I didn't know what those little bits were for either, Teresa. Yes, we live in BC. Where do you live, Teresa? I'm on Vancouver Island, and a lot of the ladies watching are Vancouver Island. Valerie is from Powell River. Carol is from way far away because it's almost midnight there. There, birds, yes or no?
Yes.
Go for it.
Valerie says perfect. Okay. Let's put this little doodad in here. I don't know where it was. It's gonna go. That's gonna go right. That's gonna go there. This is gonna go here. That cloud needs to be right about there, I think. Oh, maybe over a bit. So it's not so centered. There, that's better. Okay. One bird. Come on. I know there's a liner on that side. Is it? You'd almost think I don't use this stuff every day. I don't know why it's being such a pain tonight.
He likes to challenge us once in a while.
Oh, man. I'm gonna have to cut another one out because that bird only has adhesive on one side. This one doesn't have adhesive at all. Oh, well, that's why there's only adhesive down there. Okay, then. Where did I put my adhesive sheets? Here. Yes, welcome to comedy night in my craft room. Good thing we're not leaving till after lunch tomorrow because it's going to take me till then to clean this room.
That is not good.
Okay. Full adhesive sheet. It's well stuck down. It's not coming up anywhere. Where's the birds? There's the birds. Oh, Teresa's in Edmonton. Ah,
Oh. Oops.
can I put the birds on top of the plastic? I could. I could. Once I get them done with adhesive on the back of them. They're flying away. Okay, let's get this bird on here because every time I do something, it moves. So I'm going to put him on. Then he'll be stuck. Come on. Okay, that goes there. And this is going to slide way down there. Okay, that's stuck. Now, Carol is suggesting the birds on the top. Now I lost one. There it is. So there's the birds underneath. Like that. And I have to put them the other way. Because that one's wider. And there's the birds on the top. So which do you like? Underneath or on top? I'll put one underneath and one on top. Maybe that'll help you with your decision. There, underneath or on top?
One of each.
I-
Underneath or on top? Well, if you want one of each, I think it should be the other way because this has already got the things on top.
I agree.
So that could fill that hole right there.
Yeah.
Move this down a tad. Okay, I'm gonna move this over a bit. Okay, there we go. So
Like that.
Valerie says under, Sharon says one of each. Personally, I like them under, but it's not all about me, is it? Okay, we need to decide under, over, or both.
Go under.
Go under. Because I like them this way, with the big one on that side, just kind of peeking out instead of having them in full view, seeing only part of them.
Mhm.
Does that look okay?
Yep.
Carmen's agreeing with me, so I'm just going to do it.
I liked them all the ways. Just all different dimensions to them.
Yep.
They were lovely.
We're not making many of these cards.
We haven't even got the shakers in here yet.
Oh,
Okay, this one has to come down a bit. There, how's that?
perfect.
I have to
Lovely.
go early. Thanks for joining us, Teresa. I'm here every Friday night, the comedy hour. Will it interfere with a shake? I don't think it will, Carol, because they're up and most of the shaker pieces are going to be down below. So we're just going to go with it. I'll push them down really good. And if they interfere, oh well, they interfere. Okay, now I got to put this on because I haven't done this yet. In the center. Now. That's going to go. There's something here. What is this? Interfering with my eyesight. There we go. Okay, so I have these sparkle and shine sequins.
Ooh.
They're a lot like the ones we had at Christmas.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, they are. And they're just as staticky. So let me get my embossing buddy. There we go. That'll do. Okay. Now I'm going to put the sequins on. So let's get this ready first before I do that. Stick to my fingers. Oh, this one there. This one Come out there. That one off altogether. Okay, think I got it. How much shakers am I putting in there? Is that enough? Do you want more?
That's good. Should be enough.
Okay. Let's get the lid on before I sneeze. Wouldn't that be horrible?
Oh, God. No, you don't want that to happen.
Okay, so this is the one that has no bits hanging out. So this is going to be my rolling around one. Uh-oh. Is that centered? I can't tell from this angle.
Can do.
It's too late. It's down. And now I'm afraid to look. This is an amazing card.
It is.
Ah. Of course, that one had to rip. Come on. Okay, now before I go shaking it, I just want to make sure that it's all sealed. That's sealed, that's sealed, and that's sealed. Woo! It's a shaker card.
Mhm.
Look at that, how cool that is.
It's so cool.
I love it.
Mhm.
I agree, Valerie. You guys made a good card.
Mm.
Now, it needs color on the beak. And color on the feet. Right, just like that. That's it. Little bit of petal pink. Now, what about a sentiment? Are we putting a sentiment on this?
You don't want to block anything. It's so beautiful.
Can't
Well,
you do
there's-
something just on the inside?
There's a little tiny happy birthday.
Oh.
Or there's a long thing like that.
The small happy birthday.
Valerie still wants me to mail this off to her.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, really.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could stamp this, cut it in half and do happy and birthday.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I need to find some white in all of this mess. Oh, will this be big enough? Yuck. It's not like I have a lack of cardstock. I never used to save these little itty bitty pieces, but since I've been cutting up these little tiny things, I am. Night of Navy or Coastal Cabana?
Night of Navy.
Yes. Night of Navy.
Have it tickle. Valerie says this one is wall hanging art worthy. I'm gonna have to have a raffle to see who I send it off to though. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. It's like, where did my Night of Navy go? I found it. Don't panic.
Trailer.
La, 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 la. This stamp set has nice, clean font on it. Oh, the draw. Oh, the draws. Oh my God. Yes. So I'll finish the inside off on my own. I'll just put a bird in there. Because I want to do that draw. I'll hurry. Thanks for the reminder, because you know what? I had completely forgotten. And then we'd hang up and I'd go, oh shit, pardon my French. And I'd have to come back again. When I'm doing this, I find it's a lot easier if I put the adhesive or the dimensional pieces on before I cut it in half. And then you're not dealing with two tiny pieces, just one. There we go. Look at that. It just cut right in between those two. Okay, the draws are all ready. All I have to, hey Peggy. The draws are ready. They're already on the wheel. I just have to do them. All the names are there for all three. And don't forget that there's still a Share It Saturday happening now too. And I'll draw that one. The one that's happening now, next, or last week's, whatever one. I'll draw when I get home. How's that?
That's cute. I like it.
Okay. And to finish it off, some jewels. Look at, of course, there's a bling there that I hate it when they get cut in there sideways. Annoying. Oops. I had an idea for these. What do you think? One there, and one here.
Oh, cool.
How about that?
Perfect.
Yep.
Hey, we're done. 2 hours right on the nose. Oh, Lord. Look at that amazing card.
Beautiful.
Janet, that was an inspired idea to do that.
But you know what? I couldn't have come up with that sitting here doing it myself.
See, that's what happens when we collaborate. I'm having an issue here. I got to get a glue dot in there because it's separating. It is, Peggy, it is absolutely stunning. I agree. I like it. Hang on. This is like committing surgery here. One more. Oop. Shoot. Don't curl on me. Just slide in there like your brother did. There. There we go. Now I have those pieces that we cut out to use on another project. Because I have 3 of these.
Cool.
Maybe I'll use one on the envelope or not. I don't know. I'll worry about finishing it off another time because let's do the draws. But I have to make it so that I can actually show you the computer because things are piled up in front of it and you wouldn't be able to see it right now. Okay. Here we go. Let me just get rid of that. And we have, this is the one from February the 26th. Peggy, Connie did 2, Heather, Janet, and Wendy. So let's, first of all, I got to get my lists because otherwise I'll forget who's the winner. Okay, here we go. February the 26th. The winner is Janet.
Yay!
Thank you.
Hey, Janet. Oops. Except I put her winning the 5th. So just let me change the dates on my list. Hang on. Okay, now, congratulations, Janet.
Thank you.
This one is March the 5th. Peggy, Connie, Janet, and Marlene. And the winner is Marlene. Yay.
Congrats, Marlene.
Okay, Janet, February 26th. I've screwed up my list, so that's not going to work. March 5. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get the cards and stuff out to you before I leave, but I'll do it when I get back from Quesnel. So in early April, I'll do it. Now, the big one. So this one is anybody that puts in a $60 minimum order with me gets their name on a draw board. Well, it's actually a spreadsheet now because, you know, we're not in person. And I draw when the draw board fills up. And the person that wins is going to get a $100 shopping spree. So that's not $100 in product. That's the total order is $100. And the winner is, here we go. Dum, da, da, dum, drum roll. Who's it going to be? Oh, Yvonne.
Yay!
We
Congrats,
did there.
Yvonne.
Congratulations.
That was close. Oh my.
It was.
Okay, let me just turn me around. Hello. Like you
Hello.
want to see me right now, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Had a haircut. I feel so much better. It was awful.
I'm
Oh.
in the bad need of one too.
Are you still growing your hair?
I've already cut it once since COVID. I got it cut last July.
Okay.
And I don't know what style I want, so I'm
Uh,
they cut about 4 inches off. Oh, you got your other.
I got my 2.
Yeah,
And
yay.
I don't have, I think I have about 20 something kilometers on my Niagara one. So it's coming.
Wow.
It's coming. All right, ladies. Well, I'm trying to get me up here so I can see the comments. Hang on. There's the comments. Okay. Yes, the creative journey was a comedy of errors, Carol, but thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Okay, I can see all the comments now. I don't need to see my face, but unfortunately I am. So thanks, ladies. It's been a hoot. I'm going to be live on Monday and I'm going to be live on Friday from the trailer in Salmon Point. Friday's not going to be a collaboration night though, because I'm not going to have all my stuff with me, but we'll make a card. It's a ladybug card, I think, on Friday. And we can change it up a bit with what I have up there with me. It's going to be on Zoom and streamed live, just like this one is. So I hope you can join in. And I'll be posting pictures from Salmon Point in the rain. It'll be fun.
Think
It's
positive.
supposed to be raining next week too.
I don't care. I'm just going up because we got Oceanside in Salmon Point, which we haven't tried before. And it's right on, there's a berm. There's the, I'll back up. So there's the ocean, and then there's a big berm, and then it goes down, and then the trailers. So there's like this big hill in front of us and the fire pits are on that hill. And my trailer window should be big enough to see over top of the window. We haven't, it's out on the lighthouse side. We haven't tried it. So it's going to be fun. We're going to see.
Hmm,
Just
Nice.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valerie's done 1,300 kilometers on her bike. Oh my God. That's amazing.
Wow.
Good for you, Val.
Good
Yeah.
night, Sharon. And good night, everybody on Facebook. I'm going to stop the live feed and I'll see you Monday night. Stamp and smiles. Bye for now.